Hello. We're back again. And we're in the Endgame now.
We are. Cue the theme music. Absolutely fuck all. Yeah. Anyway, hello. What we're going to do today is we are going to assess, review, and give our absolute nonsense review on the Endgame official trailer.
We're here now. It's scary.
It is. We're getting even closer. We got a month-ish. I don't know when it's coming out in the UK.
Just over a month. I think it is UK 26th.
26th, yeah.
I believe so.
26th of April.
Yeah.
So, not long now, and then that's it. We just cry ourselves or fap ourselves into a lovely little coma.
We will do. Okay, so
seems like 1,000 years ago.
We're now entering the Endgame.
I fought my way out of that cave.
It's going to use that saying a
Became
lot.
Iron Man.
It's never going to end.
See, do you know what I like about this beginning bit, this transitional period? It's just sort of like, it's stuff we've already seen, but in regards to stuff we've already seen, it's still,
I was really hoping to put
like,
off one
you could
last-
show me 1,000 times the same bit of video from Marvel and I'd still each time get the same feeling. It's very emotive in regards
Clearly,
to like,
this is building up that at least one of them's going to die.
Yes.
This is building, and it's either one of the original three.
I think Thor is safe. I think there's no worry that cause when they reinvented him, he came from such a different place that he's got so much potential now.
And there's a rumour that he's actually going to be loving up with Captain Marvel. That would be like, well,
Yeah, just directions
interesting.
and wet floor signs.
I saw all these people die.
Yeah, I think we're forced.
I like this little touch of having it black
That's my
but keeping
favourite.
the red.
Sorry,
It's
Elizabeth
everybody that
Olsen.
should move on. Some do,
He's not wrong.
but not us.
He's got posters. Speaking of posters, I like this.
Yeah. What do you think he's looking at?
Well, I think he's just come back from the quantum realm and just gone, what the fuck is going on here?
Imagine if he came out.
I want to know why she's gone back red, like the red
What's he
hair.
holding in his hand?
I don't know, plans, a stone maybe?
Whatever it takes.
Very difficult to tell on a 2-minute clip. Thor always looks badass. Since the haircut, it's just, people take him so much more seriously.
Yeah, and it's like a vision. Right, is this in the Endgame?
See, that pencil jumping thing, it's just, I want to know in what context and where that's used. I want to think Fury's office or Parker's house, that would make sense. It would make sense getting
And it had
but
a
I
box
mean,
cord as well. So it's maybe someone's house.
there's a lot of things in it.
Oh,
You just can't answer.
Our little love buds. Oh, damn.
I said it to Soph and I'll say it again. I'm going to marry that woman one day. She's just...
I'm going to marry that man.
I like this one.
Yeah, you can. I'd marry him too.
Yeah. There we go, April 26th.
April 26th, there we are. Fuck. So, our first, initial thoughts.
I fucking can't wait. But I don't know what to do after. I don't know what to do because it's inevitable.
Inevitable.
So,
there.
but it's scary though.
It is.
This
I
is
mean,
the most tense.
You've had 10 years of good stories, good characters, good development, good story arcs. For the most part, we're not looking at you, Hulk, fuck you. But what we've got from it is an entire generation. Like, I grew up on it, because 10 years ago, I was 14.
Yeah.
That's when Iron Man came out. Was it? 2000?
I was 9.
Oh my god. Yeah.
No, I was 10. 10, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's that scary
I was
thought.
10 when Iron Man came. I remember seeing it in the cinema.
See, I didn't bother. My dad
I've
brought...
seen all the Iron Man films in the cinema.
I think my dad brought the DVD and I just never got around to watching it, and then I went, oh, okay then, I'll go from there. So, and that's when I sort of, because I didn't like the first one, the first Iron Man, I just thought it was boring and long and it wasn't the Iron Man I wanted. Then I saw Iron Man 2 and I was like, oh, okay. And then I saw Thor and, etc. And then I just fell in love.
Yeah.
That's it.
I wasn't too keen on the 4 films, the first two.
First one was good, second one shite,
Yeah.
third one, loved it.
Yeah, I still haven't seen Guardians 2.
I'll see him out the way. See that? Don't let it hit you on the way up.
Okay.
So, as I was saying, welcome back, is that...
Imagine we could do, if I had the effects to just snap myself back in.
Anyway, so what I like about the trailer is very basic, very simple. It uses similar footage that we've already seen, but in a different version.
And it's hyping it up this much. They could have done this for Infinity War, but they chose not
They're
to.
using very little footage, but having an immense response by just dropping in other little bits. Because they dropped a teaser on Instagram first, and it said full trailer now available online. And you bet your sorry little ass I went looking for that fucking trailer and couldn't find it.
Yeah.
It took me 20 fucking minutes of my lunch break today to try and find that damn thing. And when I did, it was 2 minutes before I had to go in. So I went back to work late, and I was like, I don't fucking care. Avengers trailer has dropped, and they were just sort of like, you're a fucking nerd, go back to work. And I was like,
quick question though.
Go on.
Who's going to come back? Who's going to die? What's happening?
Stark back, because you see him walking. He's doing his little moonwalk thing.
Yeah, the thing is, if you've seen the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, the way Flash Thompson references it at the end, he's like, he talks about Iron Man and Thor more presently. You know?
Yeah, you're right, actually.
So he's just like, it's like Thor and Iron Man rolled into one, but he doesn't say like, why would you say that if this is dead?
Yeah.
Unless no one knows he is dead.
Yeah, you're very right there.
But if Captain America was to die, instead of him actually dying, what I think would be a really nice, more emotional way for him to end, is somehow they used him to go
Send him back in time.
Yeah,
Go let him have his last dance with Peggy Carter.
with the quantum realm.
Yeah, I mean, or Time Stone. I mean, because at that point, I assume by the end of Endgame, they will have the stones and they can distribute them off around the universe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not out of the possibility. It's not out of the weird realms of going, will that work? Won't that work? But it can, of course it can, because,
Do you think it's possible that, in a way, some of the stones can actually create mutations?
Oh, so you think that because of the effects of that, you then have X-Men brought in?
Because,
I
funny
like
enough,
it. He's using his brain. You seeing this? He's using his brain.
Marvel actually posted a picture today. I'll get it up now. And everyone was like, "What the fuck does this mean?" So bear in mind, the Fox deal is being closed tomorrow. No, next week, I think. Sometime next week.
For argument's sake, it's closed today.
But they just
Closed now.
Yeah.
Right now.
But
it doesn't matter.
They posted this, and it really interested me. So this is not on the Marvel Studios. This is not on. Actually, it might be Marvel Studios. Is it? No, it's just Marvel Entertainment. So they posted a picture saying, "When two aggressive species share the same environment, evolution demands adaptation of dominance." That sounds to me like fucking Magneto, somehow.
Yeah, that does.
And
That's actually on the Marvel. Is that?
That's not Studios. That's just the Marvel when they publish loads of
Oh,
stuff.
but Marvel Entertainment.
but
That's a legit thing.
So another little idea I came up with is kind of rare, but they say that the X-Men isn't actually in the MCU yet. So my theory is they actually are. However, Charles Xavier is so strong in his mind that he's actually not, like, in a way, like Jedi.
It's just like, Jedi mind trick everybody. There are no mutants around here.
Because they've done it so many times in normal X-Men films anyway.
Yeah,
So
that's true. That is very true.
And with their powers, they could do anything.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So many of them.
So much must have gone on that they just didn't see or didn't flag up as a threat. But Captain Marvel, for example, all of the stuff that went on in that movie and the events of S.H.I.E.L.D. and so on and so forth, they all say it's canon.
Yeah.
And I think that's what, when you use that, you can just sort of say it's not catastrophic enough for the Avengers to have it on their radar because it's being dealt with in-house by S.H.I.E.L.D. or, Fury and his little team. I suppose it's S.H.I.E.L.D., but just Fury, S.H.I.E.L.D. in my head is not as, it's way more superior than S.H.I.E.L.D. Because I don't like the S.H.I.E.L.D. TV series. It's a bit...
It's obvious that Nick Fury's back because he's in Far From Home.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So...
And, yeah.
All I want to see is just how what the actual last closing bits are. Is it like everybody's back and they just sort of go, none of this ever happened apart from the main Avengers that saw it happen?
Because my love, Elizabeth Olsen, she
back.
She clarified and said it only gets worse for them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she said, because everyone's like, oh, obviously the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer's out, everything's fine, they're all going to come back. She's like, no, it gets worse.
Yeah.
So
it's like you've just chipped away a tiny bit of it and then you've caused a fucking avalanche because you've just gone, oh, alright, you killed Thanos, great. But you've got the bigger people coming.
Because I heard a rumour as well that apparently Thanos is actually seeking the help from Iron Man and Captain America and the Avengers.
Yeah, dumb way of doing that, didn't
Because he's like, something bad has happened and I need your help now.
Christ.
So apparently he's not the villain in this, from what I've heard. There's a rumour Ultron's coming back.
I hear in flashbacks and in use of... Because there was the set release photos of them in their old costumes from Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I mean, that's the lovely little nod. And to touch on those sort of things, to go back in time to almost view yourself but not interact with yourself, you get a Back to the Future vibe going from it. Which, if they did that style of movie, you can't fault it. I mean, don't completely rehash it, but have elements of it. I mean, that's what makes a movie good, is if you, brings out the nostalgia of a previous experience.
Completely, yeah.
And I think that's what you're going to get with this going forward from here. And touching on the like X-Men stuff, if you bring in that feeling of like they were always there, you just weren't looking. And you know, at the end of it, you could have Charles Xavier be given the Mind Stone because now he's in touch with all the mutants.
Yeah,
and sort of uses it to say, "Come forward, come on, bring yourselves out. You know, you've adapted, you've learned, you've hidden in the shadows this whole time, but now there is a world safe where you can be you because of these people."
Because the time, yeah, exactly. Because when Thanos striked, he did it at the time when H1 was gone, when Odin was gone.
Yeah.
Where what was his? Was it Star-Lord's dad? Ego.
Ego
was gone.
Yeah, because they're all like celestial.
They're all like
Norse
completely-
god.
yeah.
And Hela to an extent, she
Yeah.
did, like she was a living representation of death, and in the comics, Thanos was in love with death, and
Yeah.
there was all these little bits and pieces that you couldn't have done it unless these specific sequences had happened.
Completely.
So if they go back and restore them, and then just put them like they did with Surtur, and just put them in a position where it's sort of like, oh, you're still alive, but you're somewhere else. Oh, you're alive, but you're someone else. Oh, you're alive, but you're here, and that's all a deterrent for the bigger things. And like we were saying before, if Thanos is only snapping away half of the universe to protect the universe from something else, you can guarantee that they're going to try and find a way to keep what he's done,
Yeah.
but find an alternative where everybody lives.
Completely.
And that could bring in the X-Men and Fantastic Four, and it would make a bigger, larger system, and it makes the story you had go so much bigger, but closes off that to allow that to breathe.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful metaphor if you think of it for like opening a jar of jam, for example. You know what's in it, but when you open it, that's when it gets better.
Yeah.
I like jam.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Thank you very much.
This has been an awesome video. We're glad to be back, and we'll see you soon.